So this is our team automation analyst, and we are presenting global pollution analyzation. My name is Nam Tran. I'm a freshman in Shellen High School. My interests slash hobbies are whittling, running, and basketball. And here are the other masterminds behind this project.
Hi, I'm Suniti Srinivasan, and I'm a freshman at International Community School. In my free time, I enjoy rock climbing, dancing, and writing.
Hi, my name is Lucas. I'm a freshman at Early College High School. Some of my hobbies include playing the drums, table tennis, and anything math related.
Hi, my name's Jeffrey MacLeod. I live in Canada, Vancouver Island. I go to Spectrum High School and currently in grade 10. I enjoy mountain biking, rock climbing, and any activity outside. Our data set will be on global pollution and its contributors. With our data set, we had a lot of nulls and missing values within it. So in order to solve that problem, we had to drop columns that had with more than 40% missing data within each country. And for countries that had missing data, what we did is we averaged the answer for all the countries and then put it in for those countries that had missing data.
Okay, so now that we've looked over our data, I'd like to talk about how much waste does each country produce. When we look at the data above, we can see that China, the United States, and India, in the following order, have the highest waste percentages, each in the range of 400 to 100 million tons of waste annually. For a comparison, if you look at Italy, they have about 30 million tons of waste, which seems a large enough quantity as it is, but when compared to something like China or the United States, it is almost insignificant. Passing it on to Jeffrey.
Countries with the highest pollution of plastic is Palau. Palau is a little island off of like Southeast Asia, off of Malaysia area. And the reason why I believe that it has the most amount of plastic waste is because when the tsunami hit not Tokyo, Japan a while ago. I don't remember what year that was, but it took a whole bunch of plastic out of the Pacific Ocean, and they have, since their island is pretty far out into the Pacific, they have a lot of ocean waste and reef waste. And also, since being on a small island, they would have all their food and supplies would be coming in probably by ship or air, and those would probably be plastic wrapped. And yeah. The next graph shows which region had the highest amount of plastic waste. And as you can see on the left-hand side, CES had the most, and CES are countries like Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, United Kingdom, Switzerland, and so on. And yeah, they had the most. Passing it off to Tony.
So which waste is more common? Glass and metal waste are among the less common waste in the world. So I asked myself, which one's more common? I made a layered bar graph where the metal wastes are red and glass wastes are blue. Based off that information, glass waste appears to be more common. Passing on to population and organic food waste from Suniti.
Yeah, so how does a country's composition rate affect its population? Well, it turns out there actually is no relation. When you look at the graph, you can see that even countries with a very small population sometimes have a larger waste percentage than those with a larger population. I determined this is due to different lifestyles and the different resources used based on the different locations. Passing it on to Lucas.
So the bubble chart you see now shows the effect of waste management laws on the total amount of waste produced in countries. There's a point for every country in our data set. The size of the bubbles depend on the total waste produced in that country. The blue bubbles represent countries with a national law governing solid waste management, and the red ones are those without. So as you can see, countries like the US, India, and China produce the most amount of waste. but they also have laws governing solid waste management. So in conclusion, a national law that governs waste management does not decrease the total waste produced. And back to Jeffrey.
Yeah, so my graph is quite similar to Lucas's in the sense where I did a bubble chart as well. And the red dots are the countries that don't have agencies to enforce these rules and laws. And the ones that are blue do have them. And my question was the GDP and having agencies to enforce solid laws and correspond with each other. And the answer was no. As you can see, the red dots and the blue dots are quite intermixed with each other, and they don't seem to have any correlation with each other at all. And the size of these dots represents the population size of each country. And I'm passing it over now.
Okay, well, this comes to the end, and I'd like to thank our team for all the insights they've given. To summarize our group's thoughts, we used data and analyzed it to figure out how different countries' pollution laws and rates may differ. As we analyzed the different amounts of waste produced by countries, we found that 1, shown through Jeffrey's graphs, that the EAS produced the most plastic, while the ECS produced the least. And 2, as shown through Tony's graphs, glass waste appears to be more common than metal waste.
In addition to these findings, the laws related to waste management do not seem to have an impact on the amount of waste a country generates. The graphs we have analyzed offer further insight into these statistics, and you may be surprised by what we have discovered.
Yeah, that is our presentation. Thank you for listening.